Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. How does Brooke's shocking betrayal aid Steffy in taking down Hope Logan? Hope Logan's circumstances are shifting this week on the bold and the beautiful. Since the major takeover at Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan's daughter has been on a high, relishing every second of her triumph over Steffy Forrester. However, all good things must come to an end, and Hope Logan is going to experience the consequences of her actions. Below are spoilers for what will happen on Bold and Beautiful during the next 2 weeks. From the start, Brooke Logan has been quite explicit about her disapproval of Hope and Carter Walton's assault on Forrester Creations. In an attempt to mend the mess they had created and support her man Rich Forrester, she accepted a job as CEO at the company, but it was a huge flop. According to spoilers, Rich Forrester is not in the mood to be forgiving. When Brooke attempted to talk to him about the status of their relationship last week, he ejected her. Rich obviously doesn't want to interact with his ex-wife Brooke, as long as Hope and Carter are in charge of Forrester Creations. Her relationship ending due to her daughter's insane power trip is the last thing Brooke will allow to happen. Spoilers for Bold and Beautiful indicate that a desperate Brooke will make a startling step and meet in private with Steffy Forrester, her daughter's enemy. One thing unites Steffy and Brooke. They both want the ownership of Forrester Creations back to its original owners. Brooke is so determined to win Rich Forrester back that she is even thinking about assisting her daughter's adversary in regaining the business her family founded. It's interesting to note that Carter Walton is beginning to reconsider the acquisition. He might also abandon Hope Logan this week. Are you sorry for Hope? Is it wrong for Brooke to plot against her own daughter in order to keep their connection intact? Will Rich receive Forrester Creations sooner than anticipated? Carter's confession gives hope after Finn's confession was derailed. According to the Bold and the Beautiful, John Finnegan will be terrified of Steffy Forrester's response to the paternity announcement of Luna Nozawa. Here's what BMB fans should expect from Carter Walton's confession, which will also shock Hope Logan. Initially, Finn will struggle to summon the will to tell Steffy the truth. Finn doesn't think he can keep that secret from Steffy now that he is aware that Luna is his biological daughter. Finn has been resolute about going ahead with his revelation, even though Papi Nozawa has repeatedly pleaded with him to keep quiet. When it comes to telling Steffy about his one-night affair with Papi and the fact that he is Luna's father, Finn is obviously having trouble. According to teasers for Wednesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Finn will attempt to muster his courage and strength, but he won't make his confession just yet. Given that Liam Spencer will be visiting the Cliff home in the upcoming episode or two, there might be a disruption that throws everything off. In any event, Papi will soon be pressuring Finn to be silent once more. Carter is going to make his own confession, even though Finn's will not be on Wednesday's episode. Why would Hope be completely devastated by what Carter will reveal? Carter would acknowledge that Rich Forrester was correct when he said he wished he could go back in time. Carter may admit that he wouldn't have gone to the lengths of taking over the business if he could do it over. However, Carter may admit to how much Brooke Logan has been pressuring him to see things Ridge's way. Maybe Carter will acknowledge that Brooke is the reason his heart is beginning to change. Carter might also bring up Daphne Rose's advances on him, and her pretended desire for more than just a perfume partnership. Carter may inform Hope that he doesn't want them to have any secrets. Hope may become suspicious if Carter brings up the fact that Daphne has been supporting the Forresters and attempting to influence his viewpoint. Hope may believe Steffy is using Daphne to further her own goals, because she has already been attempting to determine the angle from which Steffy is operating. Hope will battle to retain Carter on her side and will not give in to the Forresters, regardless of what Carter divulges. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope will analyze Carter's updates and forecast the future course of events. Could some sparks fly when Zen Forrester Dominguez finally spends some time getting to know Daphne better? We'll see how things work out after they have an opportunity to have a meaningful conversation, because Daphne undoubtedly thinks Zend is attractive. Hope reprimands Ridge and Brooke is shocked. Katie Brooke complained to Katie at the design office about how much it was burdening her as CEO and trying to return the business to the Forresters. She felt conflicted about the jewelry line's success and was attempting to hide her shame. Katie concurred that at the launch, everyone was quiet except for Hope. Ridge should be in charge of the business, according to Brooke, and the two of them should work together. Ridge should be there, Katie agreed, adding that he was a member of the team that created the jewelry line. According to Katie, a celebration would ordinarily have filled the room, but instead there was silence, and even Carter seemed depressed and unsure of what was going on with him. Katie claimed that although she believed she knew Carter well, she was no longer able to read him. He didn't appear excited about his major career steps, she said, but Carter made everything happen. With Hope's assistance, Brooke frowned. Katie said, "Whoa, that's new for you to be saying that." Brooke acknowledged that Hope was involved. Brooke was acknowledging, as Katie explained, that what Ridge and Steffy had been saying was accurate. Hope had tricked Carter into assuming leadership for the Logans. Although it was extremely painful, Brooke maintained that Hope wasn't being spiteful or cunning. Even though Hope thought she was acting morally, Brooke didn't think Ridge should have his company taken away. Zend reiterated at the Forrester estate that Brooke's energy was completely off during the launch, but Steffy retorted that she was only interested in herself and anyone called Logan. Taylor stated that Brooke should persuade Hope to resign, but he wanted to give Brooke the benefit of the doubt. Steffy did not believe such a thing could occur. In addition to reminding Taylor, Zend, and Daphne that Brooke was a traitor like Hope, Steffy assured them that Brooke would not flip on Hope. Brooke was more disturbed than any of them thought, according to Zend. If Brooke truly cared about Eric and Ridge as much as she claimed to, Taylor questioned how she could avoid feeling bad. Later, when they were by themselves, Taylor and Steffy pondered whether Ridge was at Forrester Creations and where he had gone. Although she knew he missed the office, Taylor believed she wanted to give him some space. Steffy claimed that because it was the Hope and Carter show and her dad would detest it, she always felt sick when she drove on the property. Taylor believed that Carter would eventually buckle under the weight of his guilt. Taylor pondered if Ridge should see Carter and believed he might be able to reach him. As Ridge and Carter completed their embrace, Hope stood at the door of the CEO's office and listened in. Ridge volunteered to assist in caring for Carter's injured hand. Ridge denied understanding that he had to do this when Carter questioned him about it. Carter said, "Then know that I didn't want it to affect our friendship." At that point, Hope made the decision to interrupt. She said, "What are you doing here, Ridge?" "I'd like to offer my congratulations," Ridge added. "All right," Hope winced. Hope inquired about Carter's hand's condition before asking Ridge once more why he was present. Ridge mentioned that he wanted to browse over his belongings. He claimed that everything, including the desk and the carpet, had belonged to him, his father, and his daughter before Hope entered Carter's mind and persuaded him to take the business away from them. Hope questioned whether Ridge was there to start a quarrel. Although she believed Ridge had a humorous way of expressing his love for Carter, she reluctantly recognized that Carter still harbored feelings for Ridge. Carter concurred when she stated that they never wanted Ridge to quit the organization. Ridge and Eric were free to come back whenever they pleased, but Hope wanted him to understand that the power structure would not change. "So you would be my answer?" Ridge laughed. Ridge claimed that his name was displayed throughout the facility and pointed to the logo. "You realize that this will all blow up in your face at some point, don't you?" Ridge questioned Hope. Hope said she loved Carter. He added, "Do you think he looks loved?" Ridge informed her, "He looks like the guilt of betraying his family is eating him up from the inside out." "You really have a lot to say." "Betrayal? Really? After years of using and abusing my mother," Hope began. She claimed that Ridge would go straight to Taylor if his pride was hurt, or he had a disagreement with someone. Ridge acknowledged that she was correct, and that he did not agree with them stealing the business. "You ought to express gratitude to us. You and your daughter turned Forrester into a terrible workplace," Hope remarked. She mentioned that when they all knew her past, Steffy used the word slut, and Ridge labeled her a bitch. Hope attempted to claim credit for the success of the jewelry line launch, but Ridge denied that she was responsible. Ridge said, "You're managing my family's business," but Hope cut him off. "Yes, your family's company." Hope noted, "Don't you love to lord that over us?" She claimed that although she used to call him father, she and her mother have since stopped seeing him. Ridge maintained that Brooke's contributions were never overlooked, but Hope added that Brooke also worked with him and Eric to create the business. Hope saw Ridge as an insecure man who couldn't support a strong woman, and she expressed her satisfaction that he rushed to Taylor so fast because it revealed his true nature to Brooke. Hope criticized Ridge for Carter's excellent management of the business. She turned to Carter and gave him a pat on the ego while gushing about the jewelry line debut and saying she was sure the fragrance line will be just as successful. Ridge waited curiously to see how Carter responded to the same things he had spoken to him prior to her entering. Standing taller before Carter, Hope boastfully declared, "This is the future of Forrester Creations, Ridge. And nothing and no one, not even you, is going to stop it," she said arrogantly. As she said, Carter cast a downward glance. Ridge grinned when he saw it. "You don't even wear the crown, do you?" he replied, pointing at Carter. After pausing, he continued, "Ill-gotten gains," and then he left. Hope and Carter appeared upset, and she stopped smiling. Carter appeared sad when he was alone himself. They couldn't allow them to destroy what they had, Hope assured him. She sobbed while giving him a hug and a kiss. Over her shoulder, Carter appeared thoughtful.